Aloha, everyone, in another level living land. Welcome to another episode of Freedom Fridays. So happy that you're here because we are in store for a treat. We have an awesome special guest who's going to be sharing with us about going from hustle culture to strategic empire building. Yes, and yay, give our amazing special guest, Kathryn Porritt, a warm welcome. Kathryn, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Oh, Heather, I'm so happy to be here. This has been a long while coming. You and I've been concocting this fun together. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm all
Yes,
yours.
ma'am. I totally agree. Absolutely. Okay, so first let me share with y'all who and what is the purpose of the show. The purpose of the Freedom Friday show is to support you in achieving your success in business and life harmony because it really is two sides of the same coin. We never want to get so busy making a living that we forget to make a life. And it is possible to work smarter, stress less, strengthen our relationships, and lead with much more energy, ease, and momentum. And so I love being able to share and bring special guests to you who have wisdoms that's going to support you in achieving your business and life harmony success. And tonight we have Kathryn Porritt. I want to let you know who this amazing, incredible queen is. She is the founder and CEO of Iconic Empire, a premier consultancy advising visionary entrepreneurs, luxury leaders, and high-end coaches on building multi-million dollar empires through their premium offers, elevated positioning, and brand legacy architecture. She is recognized as a leading authority in luxury and premium business strategies. Kathryn helps established experts evolve from successful brands to iconic category leaders. With her experience in brand psychology and business innovation, she continues to redefine what it means to create wealth, influence, and legacy in the luxury era. Thank you so much for the work that you do to the world, Kathryn. We're so grateful for you.
Oh, thank you. I'm really glad to be here and talk about this topic. It's going to be lots of fun and hopefully open some eyes. So
Oh,
let's
yes.
let's do it.
Let's do it. So Kathryn, my first question is for you. Tell us, why is this topic something that's so important, especially for those of us who are entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so look, I've been in business for a really long time now, Heather. I just had my 50th birthday and I've been doing this for most of my career. And I learned the hard way what a volume-based business is versus the way that I do business today. So I created, grew, and then sold what was one of the largest lifestyle businesses in Australia in my 20s and 30s. And I thought that was the only way of doing business. And it was, I was working a huge amount of hours. My kids grew up in that business. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, but it was draining. I remember standing on the warehouse floor one day and just going, I can't, the joy is gone. I can't do this for one more day. Now, obviously, I did, and I was able to exit that business. But what I learned through, I suppose, executing what everyone else in the world tells you is the way to run a business was that there's got to be a different way. And I went ahead and intentionally created a business that was the complete antithesis of what I'd done the first time round. This business that's now almost 10 years old, Iconic Empire, is intentionally and deliberately a slow quality business that's based on a luxury business strategy that allows me to pick and choose the people that I want to do work with, that I want to spend time with. It's far more profitable than what I was doing in the volume space. So I've got two businesses, about the same longevity, about the same turnover. The luxury business, far greater profit than the volume based business. And I have my sanity. The reason, just to answer your question, sorry, that was a bit of a kind of give you
No, that
context,
was
but
great. Go
the
ahead.
reason that this is so important right now is that I'm pretty much the only person in the universe that's talking to people like yourself, Heather, and people who are running small businesses who are deep experts, really good at what they do, and opening their eyes to a luxury business strategy. Every single other person out there who's telling you about business strategies and how to grow your business and how to sell and how to market. They run a volume-based business. So it's really important, I feel, for us to have this conversation because right now there's this great opportunity to sell to the higher end of the market, to create these really big offers, to work more intentionally, to get paid at the level that's congruent with your expertise. And I'm not saying it's going to be easier, but it's going to be a lot calmer than what you're doing in that hustle space. So that's why it's important to me to have this conversation right now.
Oh my goodness, that is so incredible because it is about really the calm that increases your confidence, that increases your clarity, that increases ease and grace and flow and freedom.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of time freedom, which brings a lot more peace than stress, right? And a lot of times it can be in
Yes.
when we're doing the hustle and doing all the things, it can stretch us thin. So you're showing us how to be able to shift that to a much more harmonious place.
Yeah.
Tell us, what are some of the tips or strategies that you have that can support us in, making that shift? Because I know for me, it was something that I learned. I'm like, oh, ease, grace, be more still, be more calm, have that more clarity. So it's working less and achieving more. Like, what are
Mm.
some of the wisdom that you can share with us on how we can make that move and that transition?
Yeah. Well, I think the first thing is to be really committed to working deeply with less clients. So, you just need to imagine for a moment here that let's say you want to build, just for an arbitrary number, $1 million business. There's many ways of going about it, but if you go down the volume route, you're going to have how many clients to get yourself to $1 million. You're going to need many, many thousands, and then many, many more thousands that you need to target to get to the conversion rate that you're looking for. If you translate that and you work in a luxury way and you work with, say, 4 clients at 250K, and I know these are big numbers, but my clients are doing this on a day-to-day basis. They're out there. There are people that are spending at that level if you're positioned well. Imagine the difference in the way that you can show up. Imagine the difference in the way that you can be every day as you're out in the world, serving, loving, giving the richness of your mastery. If you could work with 4 clients at 250K versus thousands and thousands and thousands of clients, it just, to me, it's a choice. It's a choice to say, you know what, I'd rather work deliberately and calmly with fewer people, much more richly. And it means that your marketing's calmer, your sales process is calmer. You don't need a team of 1,000 people to help you execute it. So your margins are better and you're more profitable. It's just, it's just a choice. Then learning the how is the thing, right?
This is so yummy. The word that is coming is yummy.
I
Yummy
love that.
because it is where it calms not only you down, but it also calms the whole way and flow and embraces the luxury and the richness of the business as well as your team. And it's just much more, yeah, yummy and freeing way to be while we're doing our business. So the first
Yeah.
one I got was be committed, right?
Yeah. Be committed.
And then
Yeah.
making that choice.
I think you have to and have conviction in it, and follow through. I mean, success in any business, and I've done this many times now myself and partnered with many successful people as well. The one thing that I know to be true about everyone who's been very successful in business is that they have longevity in them. They keep going. So finding a calm way to keep going is really the key. It really is.
So beautiful. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so finding the calmer way of and having that longevity, because that's usually what it takes. As you're doing it, you start to realize like, maybe there's an easier way to do this. Maybe there's a
Yeah.
smarter way to do this. And as you were talking, there was this really great question that came up was, what would you say to people who would be like, man, is that even possible? Right? To even help them wrap their head around um and their heart around embracing this.
Yeah. It's absolutely possible, and we prove that every day. I've got people, from every walk of life and every part of the world. We work with people in North America and South America and Australia and New Zealand and the UK and through Europe and the Middle East. We've got people, Asia, everywhere,
Yay.
who've done this across almost every industry. What you have to recognize is in every niche, there is always the most expensive brand. It's just you're making a choice right now for it not to be you. So
Yeah.
if you just say, I'm going to find a way to be the most expensive, most impactful, most richly innovative leader brand, what we call the icon in our space, then it's just a matter of the how, which is actually a simple, it's quite simple, really. We wrap everything that we do around the three pillars, which is it's very simple. I think it's simpler than a volume game. And that
Okay, let's
is
hear it.
you must be a great master. So that's number one priority. You must be incredibly good at what you do. There's no pretenders that can be the most expensive in their space. So if you're really good at what you do, you don't have to be the best surgeon in the world. You have to be the best business coach in the world, but really, really good. Then we can find a position for you where you are literally the very best. There is no one else that can hold a candle to you. That's just positioning. That's what I do.
Love that.
Number two, and you have to stay there. So that's great news for people who like to continue to grow their mastery is you need to stay there. So be working on your mastery all the time. Number two is you need the presence to be able to sell to people who will pay you at this level. And that to me is just confidence and certainty and your ability to do great work and having a great offer, which again, we help you with that. And then number three, it's about the connections because it's all great to have those two things, but you actually need to get in front of people who can pay you those sorts of, quantums of money. And so again, we help with those things. So when you think about it that way, it's actually very simple. I've got to be a master. I've got to have certainty in that offer that I've created. And then I just need to get in the right rooms to have those conversations. That's so much easier than I'll build a funnel and I'll have the automations and I'll dance on TikTok 7 times a day. It's so much easier when you think of it that way, right?
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. So the part about being the master, owning, when you said that, I was like, it's about owning that uniqueness, that greatness. A lot of
Mhm.
times we
Yeah.
can be in the same industry, but you're right. What you had just said about every industry has this one luxury brand that sets them
Mhm.
apart is so beautiful. So first of all, we know that we're the master. I was just sharing on a call the other day how if we don't share our message, we can be the world's best kept secret,
That's
right?
it. That's it. You got
Yes,
it.
so that mastery and that beautiful secret, letting that shine, and then also the presence and the ability to sell. I love how you broke that down into just confidence, certainty, and having a great offer. And then when there's
Mm.
this full, beautiful belief, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, that congruence of that, it's easier to be able to go out there and have those beautiful divine connections and be in the right spaces for those opportunities. So anyone who's listening who has this like, I'm not sure if this is possible for me. Yes, what you just heard, now you can feel that it is totally possible. And Kathryn will be able to show you how to be able to do that. Oh my goodness. What an amazing, amazing message. Do you happen to have one more tip or strategy that you want to share with us around this topic?
I think I think the main thing that I really want to get across to everyone right now, Heather, and I know this is a conversation you and I've had as well, is it's been about 10 years of us doing this, and we've done it with thousands and thousands of people now. So, the evidence is clear. And I've been saying for 10 years that the economy is really, it's there's a lot of pressure in the middle of the market right now. So you can't be that sort of I'm in the middle and, I'm kind of good at what I do, but I'm not, I don't want to position myself as the best because that feels a little bit scary. So you go down to the bottom of the market. That middle of the market is really that it's really disappearing right now. And I've been saying this for a long time that you either need to choose to go to be really good at volume or you need to be really, really good at the top of the market. And I know which one I'd choose every day of the week. And I know
Yes.
right now this is super, super important. You know, the rich are getting richer. They're investing in the world's greatest experts. It's just a matter of positioning yourself. And that to me is the greatest possible opportunity for people to hear right now is you don't have to go low. There is absolutely the opportunity for you to go high. And it's just a matter of exposing yourself to that and saying, you know what, I just need to learn a different way and unlearn all the things that I've been taught about the mainstream.
That's so beautiful. You know what's interesting is that you were as you were talking, it was like breaking free from the fear that's usually in
Oh,
that
yeah.
middle market. And as you embrace this, all there is like love and fun and connection and
Yeah.
freedom and really being able to be at service at a deeper level.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a great way to be as an expert. It's a really great business model. Beautiful.
and Kathryn, how can we continue this journey with you? Do you have a free gift that you can share with us?
Yeah, I do actually. So we built about a year ago the best little tool that I think I can possibly imagine right now to help you all see what is possible for you. It's called iconicpricing.com. If you go to iconicpricing.com, it's a calculator and it's going to ask you, I think there's about 22, 23 questions. So just settle in for about 5 minutes and be really honest with yourself. What it will do is it will measure you against mastery, connections, and presence, those three pillars that I was just talking about.
Fabulous.
And it will actually also look at your location, the work you do, your level of mastery, and it will calculate what we believe with the data points of thousands of successful people at this level. It will calculate what we believe is possible for you with your pricing. And it will give you a smart way for you to then take that and move to that next level. So it's free. And I just think it's so rich and powerful.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for sharing. What a beautiful, precious gift. And everyone who's listening, we are going to put that link in the show notes. So make sure you click on that link right now and go ahead and tune in and access Kathryn's amazing gift. I know I'm going to get my thing to be able to check and see what awesomeness is in there as well.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Yay. And so, basically the last question I have for you. So first of all, those of you who are listening, we want to hear your wisdom too. Make sure you put in the comments your biggest takeaway from Kathryn's message as well. Which point spoke most to you? So we want to hear your wisdom too. Put that in the comments. And Kathryn, my last question to you would be, what would be the biggest takeaway from your heart that you want to leave us with today?
Believe in yourself and be brave enough to build a legacy business. You are here in Heather's world because you've got something really extraordinary to give to the world. I just want to see more people get out there and be brave enough to build something that equals their capacity and to have the world not be trying to make them smaller and smaller and smaller. I believe in the bigness of you. I believe in the power of shining light into the world. I believe that if we get great people to be braver and to be beacons, that we can really change the world in an extraordinary way. And so, if there's anything that you take away from today, it is just believe in the bigness of who you are and what you're doing here, and there are different ways of running businesses and getting your impact into the world to create a legacy than what all the gurus are out there telling you. Just
Oh my
open your eyes
goodness.
to those possibilities.
Thank you so much for blessing us with the
Oh,
possibilities today. Everyone, let this message marinate into your mind, body, heart, and soul from this point on. Make sure you go ahead and connect and continue this awesome journey with Kathryn using her free gift. And then also, if you were inspired by this message, which I know that you were, I want you to go ahead and share this out to the rest of your world and give someone else the gift of possibilities and stepping into that next level of freedom for themselves. It can do so much not only for you, but also the entire world around you. And Kathryn, we're just so grateful that you were able to bless us today.
oh, thank you so much. That was beautiful. I really appreciate it. And I love that idea of spread light. Spread light everywhere you can right now. The world needs you and it needs lots more light right now.
Yes,
beautiful.
it does. Yes, it does. All right, everyone, in another level living land. We look forward to seeing you again next Friday for another episode and have an amazing rest of the day. Bye, everyone.